Welcome to the Cenario Podcast, your guide to mental health and well-being. Each episode, we uncover practical tools, discuss expert insights, and explore how supplements can transform your mental health journey. Get ready to learn, grow, and thrive with us.
All right, diving right in today. We're tackling something pretty universal, I think. The fight or flight response.
Yeah.
You ever get that heart racing thing before, like a big presentation?
Yeah, for sure.
Or that jolt when you just avoid an accident?
Yeah.
That's fight or flight, right? And the wild thing is, based on the one source we're using for this deep dive, our bodies react basically the same way to that stuff as our ancestors did to, a saber-toothed tiger.
It really is remarkable that primal response is still so relevant today. We're drawing from fight or flight, what it is and how it affects your body and mind for this one.
Okay, so it's not just like a saying, it's a real physical process.
Oh, absolutely. It's
There's
hardwired into us. Essentially a physiological chain reaction.
Right.
It kicks in the instant our brain senses any kind of threat. And that part of the brain, the amygdala, doesn't even care if it's real danger or not.
So like my brain freaks out over a deadline, the same as if I were being chased.
In a way, yeah. And that signal from the amygdala, it sets off this whole cascade of events, like a relay race through your nervous system.
Okay, so what? It's like a message getting passed along.
Right. So the hypothalamus, think of it as the command center, gets the alert. Then it activates your sympathetic nervous system. That's like hitting the gas pedal in your body.
Oh, so things are about to get intense.
Exactly. That's when the famous stress hormones, your adrenaline, your cortisol, they flood into your bloodstream.
Okay.
And then that's when you feel those physical changes. Heart's going crazy, you're breathing faster, your pupils even widen. Your whole body is prepping for action, either fight or flee.
I mean, that makes sense if you're in actual danger, right? But isn't it kind of an overreaction if it's, I don't know, just rush hour traffic?
That's the catch, isn't it? Like, our bodies haven't quite caught up to modern life.
I see, yeah.
Back in the day, these surges of energy, totally vital for survival. But now, if they're always switched on, it's more harm than good.
Makes you wonder how this whole system actually works in our bodies, right? Like, what's going on under the hood?
Well, one of the most immediate things is blood flow. It gets redirected. So, like, your digestive system, not a priority when you're running from a predator, right?
Makes sense.
So blood flow goes to your muscles, your brain, vital organs, all the stuff you need to react fast.
That's wild. Like your body's doing its own internal triage.
Exactly. Plus, you've got glucose, fats, all that being released for instant energy. Senses sharpen. Even your pain perception goes down. It's pretty efficient, honestly.
It does sound kind of like a superpower, actually.
It is, in a way.
But then we all hear stress is bad for you. So where's that tipping point? When does helpful become a problem?
That's where the 3 stages of fight or flight come in. Think of it like a dimmer switch, not just on or off.
Okay, interesting.
So first, there's alarm. That's the initial jolt we talked about. But if whatever's stressing you out keeps going, you move into resistance. Your body's trying to adapt, but it's running on high alert, which is tiring long term. And then you hit exhaustion. Resources are depleted. That's when you feel the nasty side effects. Fatigue, weak immune system, digestion issues, trouble sleeping, the whole works.
So it's not just that one burst of adrenaline, it's what happens when our bodies stay in that state for too long.
Right, exactly. Think about it. Our ancestors, maybe they dealt with a sudden threat, a predator. Boom, fight or flight kicks in, they survive. But then the danger's gone, their bodies could rest and recover.
Right.
But us, modern world, our stressors are often ongoing. Work, money, relationships, it never ends. So our bodies are like constantly bombarded, and that's what really takes a toll. It's like you're driving with the gas pedal down all the time. Eventually you're going to run out of gas, and that's when those bigger health issues can pop up.
Makes sense. So we've got this ancient system kind of misfiring in our modern world. What can we actually do about it? Like, I can't just avoid deadlines and traffic jams.
You're right. We can't eliminate stress completely, but we can learn to, manage our reaction to it. And that's where those calming the storm techniques come in.
Okay, give me the good stuff. What are we talking about here?
One of the simplest, most effective is deep breathing. I know it sounds basic, but there's a real science behind it. Deep, controlled breaths, they actually stimulate the vagus nerve. That's like a direct line to your parasympathetic nervous system, the rest and digest side.
So it's hitting the brakes on that stress response.
Yeah, exactly. And there are certain techniques like the 4-7-8 method that can be really helpful. Inhale for a count of 4, hold for 7, exhale slowly for 8. It's almost like a mini meditation you can do anywhere.
I've tried that. It does help. But sometimes I need something more active,
Yeah,
you know?
I get it. For those times, physical activity can be a game changer. Think about it. Exercise, it's kind of like a controlled fight or flight response.
Oh, interesting.
You're getting that heart rate up, but in a safe and healthy way.
So I can channel that energy instead of letting it turn into anxiety.
Exactly. And it doesn't have to be crazy intense. A brisk walk, some yoga, that kind of thing makes a huge difference. You burn off stress hormones, release endorphins. Those are your natural mood boosters.
Already feeling better. But what about when you can't just, like, go for a run, middle of a stressful meeting? What do you do then?
Grounding techniques are great for those moments. It's all about bringing your awareness back to the present moment, using your senses to kind of anchor yourself.
Oh, like mindfulness?
Exactly. There's one I like, the 5-4-3-2-1 method. You find 5 things you can see, 4 things you can touch, 3 you hear, 2 you smell, 1 you taste. It really shifts your attention away from those spiraling thoughts.
I'm trying that next time I feel overwhelmed for sure.
Yeah, it's a good one. And if you're thinking long-term stress management, mindfulness and meditation in your daily routine are really beneficial.
I've heard meditation can, like, rewire your brain to be less reactive to stress. Is that true?
There's more and more evidence supporting that. Meditation's not about emptying your mind. It's more about observing your thoughts and feelings without judgment. The more you practice, the better you get at spotting those stress responses and choosing how to react.
So it's about that space between the stressor and my reaction,
Yeah,
giving me more control.
exactly. Another technique that helps with that is progressive muscle relaxation. You tense and release different muscle groups.
Oh, okay.
Helps release physical tension, which often comes with stress.
Yeah.
And when your body relaxes, your mind tends to follow.
Yeah, sometimes you don't even realize how tense you are until you try to relax.
It's crazy how much tension we hold on to. And then there's visualization.
Like, picture myself on a beach, escaping it all.
Exactly. Creating a vivid mental image of somewhere peaceful, it can actually trick your brain into feeling more relaxed, hitting pause on that stress response.
Love the sound of that pause button.
Yeah.
So we've got deep breathing, exercise, grounding, mindfulness, muscle relaxation, visualization. It's kind of empowering, knowing we have options.
It really is. The key is experimenting and finding what works for you.
And I guess it takes practice, like any skill, right? You got to keep at it.
Exactly. It's not about being perfect. It's about building resilience, those healthy habits.
I like that. So we've got the practical stuff down, but any other ways to support our bodies in managing stress? Like certain foods or supplements?
It's a great question, and there's always more research coming out. But there are some natural supplements that seem promising. Important to remember, these aren't quick fixes, and always check with your doctor before starting anything new.
Good point. Always check with your doctor.
Yeah.
What are some of the promising ones, though?
Magnesium comes to mind. It's key for muscle and nerve function, and some studies suggest it helps with anxiety and sleep.
Magnesium. Okay. Heard of that one. Anything else?
L-theanine's an interesting one. Amino acid you find in green tea. Promotes relaxation without making you drowsy.
So it's like calm focus without the caffeine jitters.
Exactly. And then there's ashwagandha. It's an adaptogen used in Ayurvedic medicine for ages, helps regulate cortisol, supports your body's ability to handle stress.
Ashwagandha, yeah. Seeing that one everywhere lately. Might be worth looking into. But going back to fight or flight itself, we've talked about how it can be a problem, but it's not all bad, right?
You're right. Got to remember, this response is vital. It keeps us safe in actual danger.
Right.
The problem is, it's not always so smart about what's a real threat.
Like a smoke detector going off every time you make toast.
Exactly. It's all about balance, learning to manage it so it works for us, not against us.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
So what's the key takeaway? How do we find that balance?
I think the takeaway is we have more control than we realize. We're not just victims of our biology. By understanding fight or flight, using those tools we've talked about, we can deal with modern life in a healthier, more resilient way.
That's powerful stuff. And I think that's a perfect lead-in to our final part, where we'll wrap up and leave our listeners with some action steps to reclaim their inner peace. Welcome back. We've been on quite the journey exploring this fight or flight thing, huh? I think a big takeaway for me is even when it feels like this ancient response is taking over, we're not helpless.
Exactly. Understanding how it all works, that's the first step to feeling more in control.
It's like having the user manual for your own nervous system.
I like that. And remember, it's not about eliminating stress altogether. That's impossible, really. It's about managing it.
Right, right. We can't always control what life throws at us, but we can control how we react. And we've got all these tools now.
Yeah, we do. Deep breathing, exercise, mindfulness, those grounding techniques.
Oh, and the muscle relaxation, the visualization. There's got to be something in there that works for everyone.
Right. Exactly. And the more we practice, the better we get at spotting those stress signals early on. Then we can choose a healthier way to respond.
It's like building up our stress-busting muscles.
I love that. And it's progress, not perfection. Nobody's going to get it right every time.
It's so true. We'll all have those days where things get crazy. But having these tools ready means stress doesn't have to take over, you know?
Exactly. And
Yeah.
being kind to ourselves through the process, managing stress, it's a journey.
I think that's a great way to put it. So we've covered a lot, the science, the tips, even some supplements that might help.
Yeah, it's been a deep dive for sure.
Good.
Hopefully our listeners feel more equipped now, like they can take charge of their well-being.
I hope so too. And for those who are interested in exploring natural ways to, support their mental well-being, manage that stress, check out Cenario's line of supplements. You can find more info on their website.
And don't forget that blog post we talked about, the one that got this whole deep dive started. Fight or Flight, what it is and how it affects your body and mind. Full of insights and tips. You can find that on Cenario's website as well.
Thanks for joining us on this deep dive into fight or flight. We hope you've gained some valuable insights and practical tools, to help navigate the stresses of modern life with more ease and resilience.
Until next time, take care and remember, you've got this.
Thanks for tuning in to the Cenario podcast. Don't forget to visit Cenario.com for more expert tips, articles, and supplements designed to support your mental health. If you enjoyed this episode, remember to subscribe and share it with a friend. Until next time, take care of yourself.